Okay, so I already took the mount out. This is the mount. This mount goes against the motor. It sits right here. I took all those bolts out. You have all these bolts here, not this one. And I did remove the cap that sits on the top mount, which sits on top of this. So I did take them out. Now I'm going to remove the cover, which is where the cam sensor is, and you'll see the car was running terrible. It wasn't running proper whatsoever. Lack of power. And what I am seeing is looks like the gear, the switch is magnetic. It's got two pieces that push in, and it went bad. As you can see, it's not supposed to look like that. I'm going to go ahead and grab you the new one so you can see what it looks like. But this could very well be due to the fact that this vehicle burns an excessive amount of oil, and it ran low on oil, and this is more than likely what the result. It guaranteed this is the result of what happened. This is the new piece, genuine, straight from Kia. Genuine Kia part. That's the part number for it. As you can see, this is the new part, the old part. And as you can see right here, the switches are bad. And as you see here, they're spring loaded. They push in and out. So in reality, this happened due to the fact of the car running low on oil. This is the result. This car does run low on oil because it burns about 5 quarts between oil changes. And the dealer says, let the motor blow up before they'll replace it, which is kind of bizarre to me. But that's what they said. So we'll replace this setup and go from there and see what happens. And I'm just going to clean it up a little bit with some emery cloth. Okay. Which is kind of weird. You have to use the old rubber plug out of the original, put back in. You spend all the money buying the product, and they don't even give you the rubber plugs. We're lucky they gave us the O-ring and the seal. Okay. And it is just four 10 millimeter little screws that hold the cover on. And sorry, I was on the phone, so while I was on the phone, I got distracted and started pulling it apart, not realizing it that I was in the middle of showing you guys how to take it apart. But you'll see me put it back together, so it's just a reverse reaction. And I'm sure there is a torque specification for it, but if you use your head and don't go, super crazy and pulling the bolts in and breaking them, you'll be fine. Okay, so now we'll put this cover back. And the cover did have a whole bunch of different bolts, different sizes. So so, like I said, I'm sure there's specs, but over the years you tend to really learn how the feeling of the bolts go, so you pretty much know how much to tighten them and crank them, where you're not gonna overly tighten them and break them and strip out the aluminum housing. So use your head. you know you're using small bolts, so you're not gonna go crank it like you're tightening up a lug. But even then, people overdo that all the time too, and you end up ripping the studs out of the car, destroying the lugs. And then, let alone, I don't know what people think sometimes when they over tighten stuff, but hey, to each is their own, I guess. But you do realize you over tighten bolts, you're stressing them. And it doesn't take much of a shock to literally pop them and make them break, and stuff fall off, tires, motor mounts. You just break shit that way, and it's really not a good thing, because then nobody's happy. You're endangering someone's lives. But hey, it is what it is. So okay, so now we'll put the big motor mount back in. This one sits on the frame here on the rail, like so. Usually what I'll do is I'll put them all together this way here. Everything lines up properly, and you're not going crazy trying to line them up and then running bolts in and stripping stuff, cross-threading things. So this way here you get them all started. Then you can just go and zip right around and tighten everything up the way it needs to be tightened. If you put them all in, like so. And I did remove the cooler jug so I could get to that back bolt. Okay. Plug this back in. Okay. And that's that. Let's tighten this back. Let's put this back. We are going to check the oil before we start it and do anything because this thing does burn oil, like I said. It's good. Okay, now we'll start it up. Okay. Well, that's it. That's the cam sensor on this 19 Sportage. That's where it is. This one's the cam. This controls it. The long actual solenoid is on the opposite side of the motor. So when you look up this solenoid, it comes up with two parts for the same number. This is input. Exhaust is on the other side. So once again, thank you for Nitro's Auto Repair. If you like this video, please subscribe. If it helps, leave something in the comment. If it doesn't, let me know. Thank you.